Namaste, everyone. Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out for this Sunday transformation lecture, meditation, and healing. But we're doing it on Friday and we're doing it on Mahasamadhi. But before we get into that, let's invoke. Place your hands on your heart and be aware of your heart. Be aware of the physical beating of your heart. Recognize that your heart is working tirelessly, relentlessly, year after year to keep your physical body alive. So acknowledge that. And so much gratitude for the emotional heart, so much love, happiness, and joy. And be grateful for the wisdom of the heart, giving us access to many, many, many inner teachings, inner secrets. And be aware of your crown. Be aware of the expansion of your crown. Be aware of the divine bliss, the divine peace, and the divine ecstasy coming down into the crown. Be aware of the heart and the crown together. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, respected and beloved teacher, Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, to his teacher, Lord Bodhisattva Meiling, to Lord Buddha Kuan Yin, the Buddha of compassion, mercy, and wish fulfillment. To all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, healing ministers, to our divine selves, our higher souls, especially on this beautiful day of Mahasamadhi of Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui. We humbly invoke for your divine light, love, and power, for your divine help, guidance, and protection, for inner and outer healing, inner and outer transformation, becoming better souls, better people, better instruments of goodwill and the will to do good. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. With tremendous gratitude, respect, and love, we thank you in full faith. So be it, and so it is. Thank you. All right. Welcome, everybody. Today is a very auspicious day and a special day for people around the world, as well as, or especially, pranic healers and Arhatic yogis, because today it is known as Mahasamadhi of MCKS, which Maha means great, Samadhi means sleep. It's the great sleep. And it's typically that word, Mahasamadhi, is connected to a great, great soul. And it means that soul has been liberated from the constrictions of the physical body and can continue doing their work, spreading their energies without the limitation of the physical body. So we typically don't say for an ordinary average soul, that soul went into Mahasamadhi when they die, right? Because they're not there yet, right? They're not a great soul yet. They're in the process of becoming a great soul. So March 19th, so the two most important times for pranic healers and Arhatic yogis around the world, and there's over 1 million at this point, is Mahasamadhi, March 19th, when Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui left his physical body in the Philippines. And that was March 19th, 2007. And I, you know how like we always remember where we were during 9/11, right? Very vividly, very clearly. I remember where I was when I found out about Master Choa leaving his body. And it was more intense. The experience of Master Choa leaving his body was more intense than my father leaving his body, right? And as we understand it, our spiritual teacher has been with us many, 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 many more lifetimes than our parents. In general, there are exceptions, but in general, our parents are with us one lifetime. This lifetime that they brought us into. They're typically not going to be our parents again, but your spiritual teacher is your spiritual teacher lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So the relationship is deeper and beyond the physical body, beyond the physical veil. So, and then the other significant time of the year is August 15th, which is the birth of Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui. So the birth and death of a great soul. And so we celebrate that and have been celebrating that since 2007 and before. Obviously, we weren't celebrating his death before he left the body. And in general, we don't say that the person died, because that's an indicator of consciousness is continuous, right? So it's a phase. So when we say death, it's death of what? It's death of the body. And the teacher is not the body. We are not the body. The teacher is the soul. The teacher is energy, just as we are the soul and we are energy. So it's just a nuanced understanding. It's kind of like in pranic healing, one of the first things I heard quite often was when we were about to take a lunch break, the question would be, whose body is hungry? And you're like, that's a weird way of asking if we want to have lunch. Yeah, I'm hungry. And then the higher understanding was given, right? So we don't say I'm hungry, because that shrinks your connection to your higher self into the body. You are not the body. The soul is not hungry for physical food anyways. For spiritual food, yes. The soul is not hungry, right? So it's a misunderstanding in identifying with the lower aspect of who we think we are, which we are not the body, we're not the emotion. So saying I'm angry is identifying with the emotion of anger, which shrinks and minimizes your connection to your higher self. So whenever you're going through any and all crises in life, where do you go? Up. I'm the soul. I'm the soul. I'm the soul. I'm not this crisis. I'm not this drama. I'm not this chaos. This is not me. Another way of saying it is anatta. This is not of the soul, right? So this cup, anatta. This microphone, anatta. My physical body, anatta. It's not of the soul. It's just a product of what the soul has created. So I'm not going to give a lecture on Mahasamadhi, because there are 3 other masters today giving lectures on Mahasamadhi. One will be recorded and available. The other 2 will be live and not recorded. So Master Hector is doing, let's see, it would be 11:45 a.m. this time, Mountain Time, 11:45 a.m. Mountain Time. He's doing Mahasamadhi. Master Glenn, I believe at 5 o'clock Mountain Time is doing Mahasamadhi. And then Master Ko at 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time is doing Mahasamadhi. So each master is going to give their own interpretation of Mahasamadhi and their own experiences with the teacher, because this is a day to honor the teacher, to recognize the teacher. Exactly. So Chrissy says, my lungs have pneumonia, not me. Correct. And as we continue to practice the being objective, it alleviates our suffering. Because if you think you are the congestion in your lungs and you keep identifying, it causes suffering. Now, it is a practice. It's not just having the understanding of, okay, I got it, I'm the soul. And then you can burn your hand in an open flame and be like, I am the soul. I'm the soul. It doesn't work like that, right? It takes practice. But then, yes, you can get to that point of putting your hand in a flame and not feeling the flame, right? But the physical body, is still going to be injured. You guys get that, right? Just because you go, I am that I am, and I'm not this body, doesn't mean the body is not going to be adversely affected, which leads us to today's topic, or today's lecture is I wanted to cover the physical body, because I was thinking about, over the course of the past couple months and the lectures we've been doing, we haven't talked too much about the physical body, even though we have a lecture within the membership site about the physical body. But I wanted to have a gentle reminder on the importance of the physical body, because as you continue to improve and progress in your spiritual path, the limiting factor of you going higher and higher and higher will be your physical body. Your physical body is the foundation from which you build your spiritual practice. So if if your physical body is sick and weak, it is going to be very difficult for you to develop, right? Not impossible, but it's going to be very difficult for you to develop. And in one of the classes called Kriya Shakti that Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui developed over 30 years ago, in that class, he teaches the prosperity meditation, which is a verbal meditation that one recites 4 times a day in the morning to create prosperity energies within the aura and the chakras to allow you to attract more prosperity in your life. And there's a line that says, I am healthy and very happy. I'm enjoying every moment of my life. I'm healthy and very happy, and I'm enjoying every moment of my life. And every line within the prosperity meditation serves as a very specific purpose in order for somebody to have an overall life of prosperity, abundance, and success. And this was covered by 3 of the masters over the past 17 years of me doing this work, is that if your physical body is not healthy, nothing else matters. If your physical body is not healthy, nothing else matters. So for instance, have you ever had a pneumonia? Have you ever had chronic fatigue syndrome? Have you ever had a pulling of a muscle in your neck, middle back, or lower back, and it literally consumes every moment of your life? Okay. That's an indicator. Like, yes, you can have a stressful moment and still function, right? You can have racing thoughts and still function. But if you have acute pain somewhere in your body, you can't function, right? I've witnessed people. I used to be an ambulance transporter for people with dialysis appointments. So I would drive to their house in a specialized taxi. I would pick them up, help them into the taxi, strap them into the taxi, and then drive them to their doctor's appointments, which I think Beth has become masterful at. Driving around, get it, Beth? Driving people to their appointments, right? And then picking them up from the hospital, from their doctor's visit, and then bringing them home. And it was amazing to see. I picked them up in the morning. They had a certain degree of vitality and lightness about them. Then they go in and they get hours and hours and hours of treatment, of dialysis, and it looks like the life force was completely sucked out of them. And the amount of pain and suffering that these people have is unbelievable. And it primarily, my experience, had to do with these people did not take care of their physical bodies. They ate poorly, they slept poorly, they abused their physical bodies, they drank often, and the consequences of that, not a week later, not a month later, but 2 decades later, was their kidneys were beginning to fail. And it's typically also connected to prolonged anger, which is another topic, but it affects the physical body. So I just want to encourage each and every one of you to look at the different components of your physical health and take care of it on a regular basis. The interesting thing about physical health practices is we don't see it from day to day, right? We go, oh, it's so difficult to get out of bed and do my exercise program. It's so difficult to get good sleep every single day. It's so difficult to eat right every single day because we don't get immediate feedback to keep us in it. But when we do Twin Hearts meditation, what happens? You feel stressed out. You do the meditation 20 minutes later and you're like, oh yeah, okay, great. I feel blissed out. I feel peaceful. I feel happy. I feel calm. So the feedback is almost immediate. It's not so much with the physical body. So you start an exercise program, and in general, you're not going to notice the effects of that program on your physical health for 3 months. That's a big reason why people quit. Now, if you're stressed out physiologically or emotionally, like physiologically you're having a hard time sleeping and you exercise, your sleep that night will be improved, right? So that's feedback that you can get that's immediate. Or if you're stressed out, right? Psychologically stressed out and you exercise, you're going to feel better immediately. But if you're not stressed out and you're having normal sleeping, it's very difficult to get immediate feedback on your exercise programs. So it's something to consider. So whenever I give people homework assignments that are prolonged but necessary, like forgiveness, like exercise, like what have you, certain kinds of purification practices, I recommend doing it for 3 months with no expectation. Just let go of your expectations, because that is a big reason why people quit. They go, oh, I have an expectation that if I do this for a week, I'm going to obtain enlightenment or illumination, or, everything is going to be hunky-dory in my life. And that's not how it happens. But if you say, okay, I'm ready, willing, and able to commit to doing this practice for 3 months, and after 3 months, I will reassess. Good. So for instance, healthily, because I used to be a personal trainer, I used to be a spinning instructor, I was a certified nutritionist. I very much love health, but there are many gaps in my understanding over the years, very specific to me, right? So it's the old saying, you can't see the forest through the trees. If you're in your body all the time, it's sometimes difficult to see outside of that. So that's why it's good having a professional, hiring a dietitian, hiring a personal trainer, hiring someone who can look at you objectively and go, have you ever thought about this? Have you ever looked at this type of exercise routine, this kind of sleep routine, this kind of nutrition routine that's specific for your needs, wants, and desires, right? So that's always very, very helpful to get outside eyes, which is a function of humility as well. Okay. So if you don't take care of your physical body, you're not necessarily going to notice it now. You're going to notice it years to come. So you want to look at the components of physical exercise, cardiovascular exercise, and strength training. For women in particular, I would recommend strength training over cardiovascular training. Strength training is extremely beneficial for the bones, for the muscles, ligaments, tendons, posture, stability, balance, right? Highly recommend strength training for women, strength training for everybody, but especially for women. And women have this viewpoint that if I start training heavy weights, I'm going to turn into this massive beast. Not accurate. It's a myth. It's not true. Women have much less testosterone. So it's much more difficult for women to build musculature, right? To build musculature. So to have that viewpoint of like, if I start going to the gym and lifting heavy, I'm going to be this monstrosity. Not accurate. You're just going to have stronger muscles. You're going to be in more shape. You're going to be able to burn fat more efficiently and effectively. Okay. So taking care of your physical body, very, very important. Also sleep patterns, very important. And that's a whole other stuff. So I'm just giving you hey, I never thought about my sleep. I'm just throwing out the general within the program, right? The membership program, you guys have seen the videos that break those areas down in a little bit more detail. And there is still more detail within those because everyone's physical health situations are different and require different strategies. Like for instance, you guys know I've been doing intermittent fasting for over a month now. And the the extreme that I have done is not common. Most people can't go into that quickly, right? So for me to go, all right, this is what I did that worked for me, and you need to follow suit. That's not proper, right? That's not proper. Some people can have to ease themselves into a practice. Some people, you just throw them in the deep end and they're like, all right, well, whatever. Right. So when it comes to nutrition, I can do the all or nothing strategy because it's easy for me. Now, if somebody said, okay, cardiovascular, hey, Christian, I run 10 miles a day. And it helps me. So I want you to start running 10 miles a day. That's not going to help me. That's going to hurt me, right? So you have to have a level of humility. You have to have a level of understanding of the limitations of your physical body. But nonetheless, you have to take care of your physical body by doing cardiovascular training, doing strength training every single week, minimum 3 times a week of working out your body, minimum, no matter what it is, cardiovascular, strength training, both minimum, right? Ideally every day doing something. A book I would highly recommend everyone, I don't think I mentioned it in the program, is Body, Mind, and Sport by Dr. John Douillard. Brilliant. I applied those principles into my life and got immediate benefit. I applied those principles with clients that I was training at the time in health and wellness, and they got immediate miraculous benefit. Highly recommend the book. Very practical information, but you have to practice it, and you have to have humility, and you have to have patience in doing it. But super good information. Indiana says, my cardiovascular is important to the heart and cholesterol, blood circulation, heart disease for women is on the rise. Correct. Yes. And so 5 Tibetans in mental physics, which is in your program, 5 Tibetans or 5 Tibetan rites in mental physics recommend every single day. Now, again, that is not for weight loss, not for replacing cholesterol medication. Tibetans is to make your body stronger and more youthful. Mental physics is to make your body stronger and more youthful. It's to affect your chakras to absorb energy faster and release congestion faster. That's the effect of those 2 exercises. It is not, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to just do more Tibetan rites or more mental physics. That's not how it works. Okay. Here's a great website newsletter also. Yes. Yeah. I trained with Dr. John Douillard. Great teacher. Like an expert among experts. Come on, you guys should know by now. The people and resources I direct you to are the best. Hello, come on. We don't play around here. What else? Supplementation. Supplementation, something to look at as well. What do you need for your body? Where are you deficient? So how do you find these things out? You go to the doctor and or a dietitian and you get your blood done. And they'll tell you, right? It'll cost you about $125, $150, and they'll say, hey, you're deficient in this and you have excess this. And we would recommend X, Y, and Z, right? Going to the dentist often, every 6 months, right? Because certain, if you've had mercury fillings, that can adversely affect your nervous system and your health without you even knowing it. If you have a mild infection in your mouth, that can affect your physical health without you even really knowing it. I found these things out doing my research. I was like, interesting. Never thought about that, but that's a good point, right? So that would most likely show up in your blood work. Okay. So my recommendations: intermittent fasting, ketogenic diet, which is, I've yet to see cases where that's not effective for people. I haven't found it yet. Intermittent fasting in general, very good for your body. Super good for your body. I had no idea, but surprise, surprise, all the major religions have been recommending it for thousands of years. It's almost like they knew something, right? So fasting regularly is good. Intermittent fasting is very good. Ketogenic diet is very good. Having a properly done vegetarian diet is good. Properly is the key word. Most people don't have proper vegetarian diets. That's why most vegetarians are very sick. That same doctor, Dr. John Douillard, he says, in my 15 years of working with over 20,000 vegetarians, he goes, I've yet to find a vegetarian who is healthy. Think about that. Because they don't do it properly. Why? Because they eat a lot of processed vegetarian food and they have a lot of sugar in their diet, right? Because you can be a vegetarian and eat processed food. You can be a vegetarian and eat not very good sugar sources, right? So just because you're a vegetarian doesn't mean you're healthy. And just because you're a meat eater doesn't mean you're unhealthy, right? Don't be fanatical. And even my diet is not fanatical for me. It's not a struggle and challenge to do what I'm doing every single day. I don't eat for 20 hours and I have a 4-hour window of eating, right? I have a 4-hour window of eating. I have, it's funny, I have 2 meals that give me all the nutrients. I take all the supplements I need for the day. And then throughout the day, I drink an electrolyte, lemon juice, cranberry juice, and apple cider vinegar juice combination with salt. Gives me everything that I need when I'm not eating. But funny enough, I get so much nutrient and satisfaction for that one meal this past week that I forget to eat the second meal because I'm satiated. I'm satisfied. I literally forget. It's not like, should I eat or not eat my second meal today? I literally forget. I have my meal at 2-ish, 2:30, and then I completely forget to eat my meal. And it's 9 o'clock and I go, oh, I haven't even eaten my second meal, but I'm completely fine. I'm satiated. That has never happened in my entire life, ever. Never. In 40 years on this planet, that has never happened. So this diet for me is not fanatical. Some perceive it to be fanatical, right? But I have to have self-awareness and self-honesty and go, well, this is my life. This is my body, right? So I'm going to do what's necessary for me. I do not care about the opinions of other people because guess what? They're not living in my body. Makes sense, right? Because food is a very social thing. I'm alone, so it's me, myself, and I. But what if you had a family? When your son was visiting you, did you eat with? No, I continued most of the time, continued my practice. And my son understood that because my son has dietary requirements as well. So he gets it. But if he didn't get it, that's okay. I'd be like, Gabriel, I love you. Let's go out to dinner. I'll buy you dinner, what you want to eat. And your dad's just going to sit here and have a glass of water or have his electrolyte combination, right? That's it. No big deal. We make it a bigger deal because we fear the judgments of other people. What are they going to think of me? That I'm a weirdo, that I don't want to socialize, that I want to be special, blah, blah, blah. It's nonsense. We have to grow up, right? A lot of us take our childhood traumas and project it into the future as adults, and then we continue living as children. It's like we have to grow up eventually, right? The spiritual path is about maturing, and the spiritual path is about taking responsibility for our life. So it's like, what's more important? Having my friends and my family approve of me as my physical body deteriorates and gets sick, or doing what's necessary to move my life forward in spite of the negative feedback from other people, right? So you just move forward. What else? So we have sleep, we have physical exercise, we have nutrition, we have supplementation with the nutrition. Stretching is very important. Right? Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui recommended doing Hatha yoga, 45 minutes of Hatha yoga before doing Twin Hearts. Right? So you do your Hatha yoga, you do your breathing, then you do your Twin Hearts, or you do your Arhatic yoga meditations. Why? Because by doing deep stretching, you're opening up the nadis, the energy channels within the body, which allows prana to flow through your system faster. So you purify and energize faster. But if you are deeply congested, the divine energy starts pooling in different pockets of your body. So think of yourself as like a river, right? If the river is clear and there's no beavers in your river, get out, beavers. There's no beavers in your river creating little tiny dams or huge dams. Prana can flow through your system. So when you exercise and you open up your energy channels, prana can flow through you faster. When you do Hatha yoga, you open up the energy channels, prana can flow through you faster. But if you're a stagnant person, like you're at a computer desk for 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, 10 hours a day, I have a client that's at her desk for 12 to 13 hours a day, which is adversely affecting her what? Physical health. Prana is not flowing through you. It's becoming stagnant within your energy channels, within your chakras, and within your aura, which makes up the energy body. Okay. So stretching is very important. So the exercises that we do before the meditation, those are based in Qigong, which cleanse out the energy body. But if you did a full 45-minute hatha yoga practice with maybe sun salutations, that would further open up your energy body and allow you to go deeper and further in your meditations. But again, this all goes back to taking action on the physical plane, right? It's good to take notes. I have notebooks all over the apartment. I have notes all over the apartment. I have notes on my phone. But if I don't physicalize those notes, they're useless. So you're like, I'm going to get my nutrition under control, but you continue to eat the same, useless. Same thing with your supplements. Same thing with your exercise. I'm going to start working out at the gym every day, and then you don't work out at the gym. It's useless. It doesn't make any sense. So you have to take physical action, which is a function of will. One of the best ways of developing will is taking more responsibility on, which makes me think of some of you in this group. Where have I taken on more responsibility? Yeah, that was really an exercise in will. And exercising. That's another way of developing your will, because you're controlling your physical body. I don't feel like working out today, but I'm going to, because I am the soul. I'm a being of light, love, and power, and I control my physical body, not my physical body controlling me. Fasting is a form of will. I'm not going to eat today. Your body's like, but we're going to die. We're going to starve to death. Oh yeah? Who's in charge? You, body, or me as the soul? I am. I started a flow Tai Chi class, very relaxed and a lot of energy connection. Yes, Tai Chi is very good. My brother is a Tai Chi instructor in Massachusetts. Tai Chi is very good. Very good. The slower you go, the more prana you accumulate in your Tai Chi practice. Master Ko and Master Glenn have talked about this on and off over the years. And it's amazing, the benefit of having a teacher. There was a gentleman who is a pranic healing instructor, and he's been teaching Tai Chi for over 20 years. And Master Glenn was training with Master Choa, and Master Choa has always loved martial arts. He's a very good martial artist. And so one of the common practices, there's a common movement within Tai Chi that this pranic healing instructor, had been teaching for many, many years. And Master Glenn says, do you know what that actually is for? Isn't that funny? He goes, no, I don't. He's been teaching this for almost 20 years. And he goes, this is what this technique is for. And it was like, and so of course, Master Glenn gets all excited. We're in class and he's like, okay, let's practice. So we practiced, and it was fascinating. But again, it goes back to the importance of a teacher. A true teacher can share a nugget of wisdom that would take you literally a lifetime to uncover. And then, bam. And it changes everything. A good teacher or a great teacher opens doors in your consciousness. So they'll say one or two things, they'll give you a nugget or two of wisdom, and then that opens up a door of like, It's like going from, you're adamant that there are 7 chakras. There's 7 chakras. I see it in the yoga journals. I see it in the yoga schools. I see it on the wall drawings. There's 7 chakras. And then you come across a teacher that says there are more than 7. And it's like, just that's a doorway to go through another level of truth, which opens up many, many, many other doorways. But what if you never come across that teacher that says there are more than 7 chakras? Your understanding is limited. I used to do Tai Chi. Very good, Leaf. I've always wanted to do Tai Chi. Yeah, it's great. It's very good for the energy body. Okay. So I hope that inspires you guys. Yes, there's much more that can be talked about on health, on physical health. Like it's a multi-billion dollar industry. And there are so many niches down the rabbit hole of physical health that you could get lost for a very long time. So you look at the main things, right? People spend so much time focusing on the minutia, right? So you and I are talking about physical health, and you'll find somebody who will spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of research on a specific herb or this unknown fruit that they think by taking that thing, it's going to resolve all their physical health problems. But then if you ask the question, how often do you work out per week? And they go, I don't work out at all. Do you understand? They're focusing on the minutia that's not going to have a major impact on their health. But if that person just did a simple thing of exercising a minimum of 3 times a week for 45 minutes, that would dramatically improve the quality of their life and the quality of their health. So don't focus on the minutia. Get the main things in order: your sleep, your nutrition, your supplementation, your physical exercise. Then if you want to start tweaking and modifying things, you can do that for the rest of your life. But don't focus on the fads. Focus on the science, focus on what works, focus on the major things. Right? It's like I'm trying to think. It's I'll finish off with this just as an example of what we do in Pranic Healing or Arhatic Yoga connected to service. So when we would lead the Twin Hearts meditation at the downtown Denver YMCA, we did that for about 3 years, almost 3.5 years. And we would have people come do the meditation, and then afterwards we would go and do service. We would do a feeding program. We would feed the homeless. We would feed the homeless. And so I remember we would have new people that would come into the group that would be amazed by Twin Hearts. They would be super excited. They'd be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever done. I'm like, great. And whenever people are overly enthusiastic about anything, I know they're not coming back. It just is what it is. I cannot tell you how often I've seen that. So when I go, how was your experience in meditation? Like the first or second time, right? They go, it was good. Good. I feel calmer. I feel more relaxed. That's a person who's going to come back for years. But the person who goes, oh my God, that was the most amazing experience I've ever had. I'm like, yeah, I won't see them again. And it pretty much happens over 80% of the time. So as we leave the meditation, these super excited people that are all in are like, what are you guys doing next? What's the next thing on the agenda? Oh, we're going to go to McDonald's. We're going to pick up some burgers, and we're going to feed the homeless in the park across the street. And they go, really? Like that's awesome. Can I join? Yeah, of course. You can join as of doing service. You can donate $5 if you want to help out with the burgers or not, it's entirely up to you. Right. And they go, and so it's so funny because it happens every time as we're walking and these people are super excited about their amazing Twin Hearts meditation. And they're like, oh, and you guys do this every single week? Yeah, every single week. Like, even if it's raining? Yep, even if it's raining. Even if it's snowing? Even if it's snowing. And they go, so wait a minute. It's funny because I always I can almost time it on my watch. And they go, so wait a minute. So you go to the YMCA, or you go to the McDonald's and buy like McDonald's hamburgers and you give them out to the homeless? Like, that's not organic, right? And I'm like, and I already know where it's going. And I go, yeah, it's not organic. And they go, but these people are like malnourished and they're not getting the proper nutrients. And I go, okay, all right, Christian, you're the facilitator. This is a new person. This person doesn't have understanding. Be patient with them, right? These are all the things I'm going in my head. And I go, you're going to share the teacher's teachings. If they're receptive, they're receptive. If they're not, they're not. Okay. And I go, well, if you were in their situation, which would you prefer? A non-GMO hamburger from a fast food place or nothing? And they go, well, I mean, I don't, well, and right. And I said, what do you mean? Why can't you answer, wouldn't you want a burger if you were hungry? Well, what I would really want would be like a beautiful sandwich, on organic bread, multi-grain, multi-seed bread with, fresh turkey and fresh lettuce and fresh tomato, with mayo and mustard and like a little bit of seasoning and all of these details. And I go, yeah, that sounds delicious. I go, Are you going to make that? You know, like, what do you mean? I go, are you going to make that every single day? We feed about 100 people every Sunday. Are you going to make 100 fresh made sandwiches at home and then distribute them out? And they're like, well, why wouldn't I? I go, yeah, I agree. I think that's a much better option. But we know through our years of doing this, I've been doing a feeding program in Pranic Healing for 17 years, with the exception of here, with me being in the middle of nowhere. And I know that those McDonald's burgers are going to be there every single Sunday. And I know that I can buy them every single Sunday. And I know that we can feed people every single Sunday, right? I know we can't have organic meat, organic bread, organic produce into these beautiful, well-wrapped sandwiches every single Sunday, because people are people. People drop commitments. People make promises and don't fulfill them. People have family obligations that draw them away. But that McDonald's is going to be there for those people to get fed every single Sunday, rain, sleet, or shine, no matter what. And you know what happens every single time with those people? They never come back. And I'm not mean to them. I'm not cruel to them. I'm not making them look stupid, because I'm aware of their understanding of where they're at. So what is my point? They're focusing on the minutia of organic, wholesome, kosher, perfectly healthy sandwiches that are never going to get made. So what's more important? Feeding somebody crappy food to satiate their hunger, or not feeding them anything with the intention of feeding them the best? I don't play that game. Master taught me very, very, very well. Goodwill and the will to do good, period. I don't care what your intention is. Could care less. I have like Master Choa has shared this before. People come up to him and say, Master Choa, I want to start a healing center. I want to buy this. I want to buy this acreage, this building. I want to put in this kind of furniture. I want to have this kind of marketing. I want to blah, blah, blah. And he goes, great, awesome. A year later, he sees the same person. And he goes, how's the healing center? Nothing's happened. And then the excuses come out. Goodwill and the will to do good. So it's not that we don't think people have capacity to be of service and to help and to heal. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with stop talking about it and do something. I had a client, I know I'm running over, I get it. I had a client that said to me that has had a program that she's been wanting to do for a while, a long time, months, right? Months. And we started doing healing 3 weeks ago around this. And things happened, things came up, life happened. And so I just said to her last night after our healing, I said, okay, are you committed to making this happen? She goes, yes. I go, do it today. She goes, but I need to I go, nope. We've talked about it for 3 weeks. You've had everything that you need to have. It's not going to be perfect. As the old saying goes, all the lights aren't going to be green to go from where you are to your end destination. There's going to be some red lights, some yellow lights, some green lights, but you got to get on the road. So I said, send out the mailer, send out the message, and follow through on your commitment. And guess what? Ta-da! She followed through on her commitment. She sent out the message, and now she's getting feedback, which will propel her forward in that direction. So my encouragement to each and every one of you, myself included, myself included, stop talking about it. If you're going to get into physical health, take physical action. If you're going to get into emotional health and relationship health, take those actions. Stop talking about it, because you're deceiving yourself. Just like the person goes, well, of course, the homeless people deserve the best, highest quality food. They're homeless. They need nutrition. Okay. How many feeding programs have you done in your life? None. So be quiet. Get on board. We are doing a feeding program. I don't want to tell you how many people we fed over the years. It would blow your mind. Just our little group in Denver. It would blow your mind how many people we fed. Or I could have said, that feeding program that feeds that poison to those people. I've had people say that to me, literally say that to me, that I'm feeding poison to the homeless. What have you done for the homeless? Oh, nothing? Okay. Do you understand? But I'm never hard with those people because they're coming from ignorance. They're coming from lack of understanding. And guess what? They are not open and receptive to hear the higher level of truth. So you don't say anything. I'm saying it to you guys because you're wiser and have higher understanding, but it's always helpful to have the reminder. Okay? It's taking action that counts. Correct. Talk is cheap. So let's do our physical exercises, shall we? I thought that was going to be motivational. And for those of you at home, we're all at home. For those of you watching the replay, do your exercise, one song, and then we'll see you in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you got your exercise on. Moving that body. God, aren't we funny as people? An avatar, like a Lord Jesus, is also considered a bodhisattva. And an avatar comes from the heart of God because it is the preserving aspect of God that when humanity is getting off course, an avatar is incarnated through the heart of God to come back and give us what? The same message, because humanity forgets the message of love, right? The great teachers always have the same message, the message of love. So know, remember, practice, and master. Okay. So sit comfortably. Let's do our breathing. 6-3, 6-3 breathing in the nose for a count of 6. Hold for a count of 3. Exhale for a count of 6. Hold for a count of 3. For the first breath, we exhale out through the mouth. Your breathing is smooth, rhythmic, and quiet. So if somebody were to sit next to you, they couldn't hear you breathing. We'll give Chrissy an exception or pass today. Okay. And yeah. If you can control your breath, you can control your mind. Because the soul is controlling the prana. So let's exhale out the mouth. In the nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Breathe normally. Be aware of the stillness inside and outside of you. Just be still. Relax, release, and just be aware of your physical body. Be aware of your crown. Again, this strengthens our connection to the higher self and also helps us experience greater oneness with each other. Mentally affirm, I am the soul affirmation by Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui. I am the soul. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not the thoughts. I am not the mind. The mind is just a subtle instrument of the soul. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am one with my higher soul. I am that I am. I am one with the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I am connected to God. I am one with God. I am one with all. This is the truth, regardless of the brain's capacity to experience the truth. I am the soul. We are one. We are one. We are one. Separation is an illusion. There is only oneness. Oneness with God. Oneness with all. We are one. Be still, be aware. Be aware of the light. You are the light. Maintain your stillness and awareness. Raise your hands in blessing. Be aware of your heart, your hands in the earth. See the beautiful earth. See it crystal clear. See the bodies of land, the oceans, the atmosphere. See the earth as crystal clear. And mentally follow me. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Let the entire earth, every person, every sentient being be blessed with peace, love, and forgiveness. See these beautiful energies pouring down into the earth. Peace, love, and forgiveness. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is doubt, faith. Think of a person in your life who is having a difficult time. Shower this person with hope and faith. See yourself embracing them, saying that you can do this. You can make it. With God, all things are possible. That person could be yourself. You can do it. You can make it. With God, all things are possible. So be it. So be it. And where there is darkness, light, sadness, joy. Wherever there are dark spots in your mind's eye as you look at the planet, send light and joy there. Where there is suffering, pain, war, famine, disease, political unrest, shower the entire area with light and joy. Lots and lots and lots of light and joy. It could be as small as your house, or it could be as big as a country. Send these areas light and joy. So be it. Be aware of your crown. Be aware of your crown. Luminous, beautiful, sparkling energies in the crown. The hands and the earth. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, and to be loved as to love. See yourself as a person, as a pillar of light within your family, within your community, within the world. A person who consoles others, serves others, heals others, teaches others, blesses others. As we do that, we become an instrument of goodwill and the will to do good. By providing for others, we are more than provided for. As we understand others, it alleviates their suffering, and we develop greater compassion, patience, tolerance, and love for them. So be it. Be aware of your beautiful heart and your crown simultaneously, your hands in the earth. See how still you can make your physical body, like a statue, and just allow the prana to flow through you. For it is in the giving that we receive. It is in the parting that we are pardoned. It is in the dying that we are born to eternal life. Again, see yourself as being a pillar of light. See yourself as a person of good character, virtuous, helpful, kind, generous. See yourself planting good seeds in the world and not planting bad seats in the world. So be it. Be aware of the heart, the crown, the hands, the earth. Amen. Saint Francis of Assisi. Gently lower your hands in your lap. Maintain your sense of oneness. Maintain your expansion. I know that sounds counterintuitive. It's a level of truth. Be aware of a point of light 12 inches above your crown. Go inside the light. Don't be afraid. Don't be frustrated. Just direct your consciousness to go into the center of the point of light 12 inches above your head. This is you. This is the higher aspect of who you are. As you hear the mantra Om, allow yourself to expand within the point of light. Relax and let go. You are safe. You are protected. You are provided for. Just let go. Be still. Be aware. Expand. Let go. Slowly and gently come back to your body. Slowly and gently come back. Move your hands, your fingers, your feet, your toes. Especially move your feet and move your toes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Come back, come back, come back. Let's raise our hands in blessing to release the excess energies. Be aware of the heart, the crown, the hands, the earth. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, let the entire earth, every person, every being be blessed with divine light, divine love, divine power, with help, guidance, and protection, with material and financial abundance, prosperity, and great, great success. Blessings be to all, healings be to all, without exception. So be it, so be it, so be it. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, let Pranic healing, Arhatic yoga, the Twin Hearts meditation, and higher teachings spread properly, rapidly, enthusiastically throughout the entire planet to alleviate the suffering of mankind, to heal mankind, to transform mankind. May the world be better, brighter, healthier, and happier. So be it. So be it. So be it. With the blessings of God and Lord Mahaguru Ling, may the soul of Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui be blessed with divine light, divine love, divine power, with tremendous healing energies on this Mahasamadhi for MCKS. May the soul of the teacher be blessed by God, by his teacher, and by the great ones. Thank you for all the service that you've done. Thank you for all what you've given to the world. Thank you for your patience with these young souls. We are still in the process of growing and evolving. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for empowering us to do even more goodwill and goodwill in the world. May you be blessed. So be it. See your friends and your family members in front of you. See them as happy, healthy. See their lives being optimal, not just functioning, not just getting by from day to day, but see each and every one of your friends and your family members as living great lives, as being optimized human beings in their physical bodies, their feelings, their thoughts, their spiritual lives. See them as fully optimized. With the blessings of God, so be it. The blessings of Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, so be it. So be it, so be it. Also, may all pranic healers, Arhatic yogis, and their friends and family members around the world be blessed with divine light, divine love, divine power. May their lives be improved. May they continue to be inspired. So be it. Place your hands down towards the ground. Be aware of the base of the spine and soles of your feet. Imagine roots of golden light, 10 feet deep, going into the earth. Just going through your chair, through the floor, through the foundation of the building you're in, going past the foundation and spreading out in all directions, 10 feet deep into the earth. Mentally affirm, I am rooted, I am connected, I am grounded to Mother Earth. My system is stable, practical. My system is healthy now. Let Mother Earth be blessed with good air, good water, good earth, and good people. So be it. So be it. So it is. Thank you. Place your hands on your heart. Be aware of your heart and your crown simultaneously. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, especially to our teacher, Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, on this Mahasamadhi. To his teacher, Lord Bodhisattva Meiling, for continuing to guide and bless the teacher. To Lord Buddha Kuan Yin, To all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, healing ministers, to our divine selves, our higher souls, we thank you, thank you, thank you all for your great, great blessings, for your greater awareness and understanding of who and what we are, for the inner strength and empowerment to be of service to others, to transform ourselves into better people, into better souls. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With gratitude, respect, and love, we thank you in full faith. So be it. Thank you. Slowly come back. Whew. Wow. That was intense. The teacher's forever present. That's for sure. Adriana likes to sneak on at the end of meditation. Nice. We would call her a sneak. Little do you know that Beth has been driving in a circle the past hour. She's actually not really on the road per se. She's just circling a parking lot because she wants us to think that she is a stunt driver. Oh, Master Hector finished early. Okay. Got it. So how was your experience? To be honest, I'm not in my body. I'm just waiting for you guys to type anything. Oh, what a gift. What a gift this work. What we've been given is amazing. I wish more people would realize it and practice it. But, we meet people where they're at, right? Either everyone's writing 17 pages or everyone's keyboard is broken. One of the two. Hurry up and write something. Remember, it's the joke that in radio you should never have dead silence, or what is it called? Dead space, dead something. Right? Meaning somebody always needs to be talking because you lose people, or people think there's like a technical difficulty. So I'll just keep running my mouth. Chrissy says no words. Oh, perfect. Dead air. Thank you, Adriana, who translated something into. Anyways, so Indiana says, so much gold, the earth was radiant, so green. This meditation was so expansive. I'm so cold. Yeah, that's right, you are. Warm heart, cold everything else. That's so funny. Good. Yeah, a lot of, not just gold, a lot of energies. But yes, gold was definitely there. Leaf says, I realized I need more purification. This time I did not purge. Yay! For a minute, I thought you said this time I did not want to purge, but did anyways. I was aware I need to work on. Thank you. You're welcome. Yep. Because we have little pockets. We have pockets in our physical, emotional, mental body where stuff is hiding. And so when we do our practice, it opens up those little baby pockets and then the congestion comes out. But if we don't do things, it just builds up, right? So good awareness. Purging never ends, by the way. In case you're curious, it changes, but it never ends. I still purge, right? My bodies still purge, but it doesn't affect me like it used to. But I'm still purging. I'm still releasing disease, congested energies in different bodies as I practice. And it's okay. It's part of the process of purification. The problem is when we start attaching things to our purification. I'm such a horrible person. Why does this always happen to me? That's the problem. That's the problem. But if you just go, yeah, I have a question for you. You guys ready? It's a little graphic. But as Master says, sometimes we need to say things that stick in the mind. So I'm saying this so it sticks in your mind. When you're peeing or pooping, are you upset that you're doing it? No. You don't go, why am I peeing? Why? What did I do 15 lifetimes ago to deserve this moment of peeing? Hello? You're peeing. You're purging. You're getting rid of waste matter. Hello? When you're defecating, do you go, why? It smells and it doesn't feel good. Hello? You're getting rid of waste matter. But as soon as you start identifying negative thoughts and feelings towards your purging, you're making it more difficult. Just relax. Just do your pee. Just do your poop. Or you're puking, right? Has anyone ever puked before? I know I have. Why am I puking? Why? You're just getting rid of stuff. True or not true? Come on, nurse. True or not true? It's true, right? Exactly. You're just getting rid of stuff. It's okay. What's up, unicorn? I'm glad. Release. Yes. Chrissy says, I got chills at one point. My head is still floating. Huh. Weird. Coming from the person who never felt or experienced anything before. Interesting. And you've been practicing regularly and you're experiencing higher things. Weird. You're validating it to yourself. I can do this whole evolve meditation, spiritual thing. Exactly. It just takes time. Just takes time. The real question is how long, right? Okay, I got to do most of it while in the parking lot. My sister was at the dentist. Very awesome experience. And I can't stop laughing. Mission accomplished. Perfect. Which is purification. Has to go out. Exactly. Looking forward to next purging after today. Yeah, this is a good day to purge. Master's Mahasamadhi. Lots of energies available. Let it out. Let it out. So, yeah, that's the thing I want you guys to realize. It's the problem of purging happens when you attach negative thoughts and negative feelings to the purging, right? So if you're feeling not so good, let it come out. If you're having negative thoughts, let it come out. Don't be like, why am I having such negative thoughts? I'm supposed to be super evolved and positive all the time. That's the problem. Or when you feel physical pain in your body, why does this always happen? Just when I'm moving forward, I take 17 steps backwards. That's the problem. Just let it come out. All right, you ready? Think about if you were peeing, pooping, or vomiting and you're trying to keep it in. How would that feel? Not so good. You just let it come out. It's like holding in your diarrhea. No, I'm going to hold it in. Not good. Is it visual enough yet? Have I driven the point home? Okay, perfect. Now let's never talk about it again. Okay, so healing helps when purging. Yeah, healing is one of the most important things. Whiteboard technique, not so much when you're purging, because it's harder for people to activate the ajna. Because you're purging, the ajna is usually not very strong. So get healing, and then do the whiteboard technique. Or do the whiteboard technique regularly, and your purging will be minimal most of the time. Or wait for your purging to finish, and then do the whiteboard technique. But when you're not so good, not so effective. Good. You're welcome, Indiana. It helps me. Well, then keep doing it, girl. If it helps you, keep doing it. My sister thinks you're hilarious. Your sister is a very intelligent and highly perceptive individual. Yeah, that's right. Let's all cry together. Okay, so we're going to do our exercises. Okay. So everyone at home, one song, and then we'll come back to say goodbye. Pausing now. Welcome back, everyone. It's almost like we never left for the people that are watching the replay. It would be kind of funny to see how that looks, because I almost am in the exact same position. Well, hopefully everyone got their exercise on. Release the disease congested energies, absorb the fresh healing energies. That's nice. And happy Mahasamadhi, everyone. Again, this is one of the two most important days of the year for pranic healers and Arhatic yogis, acknowledging the birth and death of the teacher, his birth being August 15th and his death being, or his leaving of the body, I should say, on March 19th today. So we're done. Ta-da! And so I will not see you guys on Sunday. I'll be busy for most of the rest of today, and then all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And then I will see you on Thursday, and then we'll have the recording, the audio recording for the program, for the membership site, ready for this coming week. Okay. Thank you, Chrissy. Appreciate it. Yeah, live an amazing life. Use energies properly and wisely. And I will catch you on the Flippity McFlipperson. Bye, everyone.